Good afternoon, everyone. It's December 21st, 2018. How's everyone doing? FEMA's Christmas surprise. This is quite the old article from October 5th, 2018. Not that old, but old enough. Instead of Santa Claus sliding down a chimney this Christmas, citizens in 16 cities across 8 states might see convoys of Federal Emergency Management Agency vehicles rolling through their neighborhoods, says a high-tier FEMA agent speaking under condition of anonymity. On Christmas morning, the agency will conduct yet another invasive beta test to gauge how the average citizens respond to an overwhelming FEMA presence. The experiment, codenamed Operation Trove, was orchestrated by FEMA honcho Brock Long and DHS Secretary Claire Grady, and will employ 1,000 vehicles and between 6,000 to 8,000 armed agents. Our source said memos briefing agents on the plan and instructing them to report to work Christmas Day were issued at the end of September. FEMA canceled Christmas leave and notified employees that they might be shuffled between regions. Brock Long chose Christmas, our source says, because he believes it is the best day of the year to catch people unaware and rattle them into a frenzied state of hysteria. If families are busily opening presents or gorging on a Christmas goose, the last thing they expect to see is an armed caravan of government SUVs patrolling the streets. Operation Trove will start at 8 a.m. and run through late afternoon, our source said. Every agent will have a sidearm and a AR-15. FEMA-designated marksmen carry an M40A5, the rifle Marine snipers use. The vehicles will slowly travel random streets, and bullhorns and sirens will instruct people to stay indoors until an all-clear signal is issued. Moreover, agents are authorized to knock on doors, wish people Merry Christmas, and ask tenants about household firearms, while adults complete involuntary surveys. Children might receive a FEMA Christmas present, a book called A Children's Guide to FEMA, that tells the story of a good little boy whom FEMA handsomely rewards for snitching on his parents. It is truly shameless, teaching gullible young children to subvert their parents' authority in favor of FEMA's. Through illustrations, it teaches them to notify FEMA or local authorities if their parents have firearms or express anti-government views. It's the kids' version of if you see something, say something. Truly frightening. Meanwhile, adults will be queried on their willingness to move to a FEMA camp in the event of national crisis, our source said. Now, one thing you have to keep in mind about a FEMA camp is they are now using FEMA barges. And from what I understand, people get on these things and they never leave, just so you know. More alarming, each FEMA unit is obligated to meet a quota, casually communicating with 5 homeowners until they espouse subversive ideology or actions that warrant apprehension governed by the Patriot Act. FEMA agents are granted broad discretionary and special arrest powers. In the FEMA handbook, this means agents can essentially detain or arrest anyone for any reason or no reason based solely on the agent's whims. The following states are participating in Operation Trove: Florida, Kansas, New Jersey, North Dakota, Texas, California, Ohio, Colorado, and New York. Known cities within the scope of operations are listed in the addendum below. In closing, Our source advises people not to open doors to strangers on Christmas Day. If you see FEMA trucks or hear them, or if someone you don't know bangs on your door, lock it and stay inside. If you're expecting family, make sure it's them at your door. FEMA knows on Christmas families get together and they use this to their advantage. You know the old jingle, Santa Claus is coming to town? Well, it's now FEMA is coming to town. Here are the cities: Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I'm sorry, I should have said the state in the above. Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, Short Hills, New Jersey, Lansing, Kansas, Coffeyville, Kansas, Tioga, North Dakota, Hazen, North Dakota, Plano, Texas, Carrollton, Texas, Redding, California, Grover Beach, California, Eaton, Ohio, Independence, Ohio, Blue River, Colorado, Carbondale, Colorado, Massapequa, New York, Groversville, New York. So, if you live in any of these places, and you hear banging at the door or some loud-ass announcements coming from loudspeakers, you know what the deal is. Do not talk to these people. If they come to your door, keep the door closed. Do not answer them. You have no obligation to answer them. And if they try to come into your house, you know what to do. Till next time, kill the state, live free.